this up. Yeah. Yep. Season 2, episode 1, and I'm screwing up already. How's it going out there, everybody? Ken from LMK Reptiles. As I said, we got season 2 going on. We are done with the 0 episodes. We are moving forward. But we got Brian from Sky High Morphs backstage, and the usual 2 suspects, Stan and Justin. But joke time first. You all know what time it is. So, why do women rub their eyes in the morning? If they don't got a set of balls to scratch. That's kind of obvious to me. What do you think about it, Stan? Wasn't that obvious?
I would say so. But you never cease to amaze me. Hey man, big shout out to the Sundog Serpents, fam. Seen them on the weekend. They were doing the Reptiles-Kenn show in Jacksonville, so it was good to see them. Big shout out.
That's my belly.
And always,
that's my belly, brother.
Always, U.S. Arc, baby. Don't forget it.
Never forget. What's up, homie?
What up, Justin?
Yeah,
he got a sponsor shirt on over there. He got a sponsor shirt on.
You want to shout out anyone?
What?
Oh, BNS. Come on.
BNS.
Got the reptilia in the house. Oh, Chris, come on.
I got the deeds, not words shirt on tonight.
Let's go.
Come on.
Let's go.
Go get the shirt. What up, Brian?
What's going on? Thank you guys for having me on tonight.
What's up, Brian?
And if we're showing off merch, got to sport the red line shipping, of course.
Yeah.
Then we got my man over here, Steve Nelson, at the Reptile I Am.
Come
and
on.
Of course, we got my boy Levance over at Straight Fire.
Come on.
I got a bunch of those bracelets this weekend, but my wrists are too big for them. They all break.
You need the XXLs.
Well, they don't buy XXLs. They buy little bitty ones.
I'll handle the chat tonight over there, Papa.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I got you.
If you can't tell,
did
I'm
you
the weather tonight? I got fucking COVID. Go figure. I got.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how I got it, but I'm sick as fuck, and that's about it. We're gonna handle the show. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna.
Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it. And I think you need to turn Sean. I think you need to turn Sean blue there, homie.
I already did.
All right. My bad.
I'm
Mike Duval in the house. What up, Mike?
I'm on that, Stan.
What up, Greg?
Greg. Come on, Greg.
You know Ken was double dipping, of course.
Double dipping like always.
I just got to. I can't help myself.
Sammy.
Got sticky feet.
MIP.
I got to hang out on the show with Sammy this weekend.
What up, Brave?
Good, Brave.
Love the guy even more now.
There's one of the RWO brothers. What up, Nick?
What up, dude?
What's good, Nick? One of the sponsors in the house. What up, Derek? What's good, brother?
Appreciate
Derek. Big D.
You know? Did you turn them blue too?
No.
Yeah, I got audition.
What's going on?
Huh?
I got audition. Yeah, I turned them blue.
Okay.
Yeah. If you roll down, you see like right below, they're blue.
Yeah, I see it.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Another one of the RWO brothers. What up, Vance?
Vance.
What up, bro?
Come on.
I be not be feeling good, but I still, get on it a little bit. Now I can't click into the show. This is so stupid.
Got
what up, Brad?
No, it's not that.
All the way over there in Australia. It's good, brother.
Good day, Mike.
Brother Jay in the house.
What's up, Jay?
Big salute to Jay.
Deeds, not words. Go get your shirt. Do a good deed. Support your vets.
1000%.
Mark.
What's up, Mark?
Bastard. What's up, dude?
What's up, Mark?
He's probably the only person that don't mind being called a rat bastard.
Brian was double dipping as well.
Oh, you know it.
So,
Hey,
we
Logan.
got
Let's go. What's up, dude?
what up? What up?
What's up, Pierce?
Yeah. What up? What up?
I got them blue.
Amy.
I gotta get them.
Hope all is well over there, brother.
I can't get in to do it now. They
What are you
kicked me
trying
out,
to
and I
do, man?
can't do it now.
What
They
happened?
said access denied.
When
What happened?
you know how they won't let you in the show sometimes? They're not
Yeah.
letting me into the YouTube to turn people blue.
Huh.
Like I set my phone down and it turned black, and when I went to turn it back on, it was gone. Everything's gone, and now
Close it
Right,
and
right.
reopen it. Close it and
close
reopen
it and open it back up. That's what I had to do
I'm gonna-
last week. Remember when I was like, I can't turn them blue? I had to go.
Yeah, because
Out
I
of
see
it
a
and
lot
go
of
back
people.
in it.
Cats be popping.
Yeah, there's a handful of people in here that definitely aren't blue. You need to
Yeah.
Thank you
them-
guys for showing
them
up and
stubby
showing
fingers
out.
going.
What up, Will?
Well,
Will, what up, dude?
Oh, Python portals, or as
Sleepy
Ken
Will.
used to say, Python and Patrol over there.
That's Fifi Will now. That's Fifi Will.
Hey, those Paris Wilton shirts are looking all right.
Those parents.
Yeah, I
you
need
seen
one of
those?
those, Mr. Sponsor.
You seen that?
That is awesome.
It's good, John.
John.
Give me 2
More
seconds.
pork. The more pork. It
What
could
for,
be
man?
Look,
James.
Jessica.
You ain't letting me in. What
Which
the
way
hell?
you gotta go?
I just need you
What's up,
to
Jessica?
just
Hold
push,
over
no, yeah, just like push it down so it sticks. And then
Hold on a minute.
make it
We'll be
stick.
back momentarily. Stand taking care of business with the
Now,
sun.
can you pull it for me?
I'm still trying to get in.
The whole piece, just a little bit,
It won't do it.
and set it on the road.
You got stubby fingers over here. Can't figure it out. You're hitting too many buttons at once is the problem. Is that what it is?
I got in. I found it like on the, not on my page. I went to live and found it and it let me get in. Not going on my page, but just going on. So I found it.
You good now? You got it?
I'm good. Now I can turn everyone blue. All right. Back
What's good,
on it.
Brad?
Brad, what's up, Brad?
what's going on, Brad?
Come on, Brad. Dickie Foster, you're now blue.
There we go. We got
Morph
Ryan.
Valley. What's up, Morph Valley?
What up,
What Valley?
Ryan?
Ryan, what up, dude? I'm getting Brad.
Watts. What up, Watts?
So what?
What? What?
What's good, Dickie?
Dickie
What's up,
Foster.
Dickie?
Australian for Dickie Foster. I'm all hopped up on codeine or something tonight. That fucking flu medication's got me feeling all kind of funny.
What's up, Shane?
How's it going, buddy?
Hands up. What up? What up? What up?
Too much cold flu and green tea.
Yep.
I didn't even do much of that today because I'm sick.
Oh man.
I mean, my eyes wouldn't tell you that because they're like slits, but that's just the flu
James
medication.
B.
Got me
I think-
drowsy.
What's going on, James B? Ken, I think that's just the Chinese in you.
No, it's the Irish.
Yeah.
Right. I'm Irish. I got those Irish eyes, those squinty Irish eyes.
Oh,
All right, well, I guess we can get the show on the road. I think I pretty much we
Well,
got
caught up.
everybody.
24.
Yeah, we're pretty good. Pretty
Everybody.
good.
What up? What up? What up? What up?
Appreciate
So,
everybody in chat tonight, man. Because just one quick thing, your time is valuable, so we do
Absolutely.
appreciate your time coming out and spending
100%.
a little hour and a half with us. So I appreciate that, and Brian, I appreciate you coming out and spending your time taking it away
appreciate
from your
you guys.
family tonight. So I appreciate that, brother.
well, I appreciate you
Absolutely,
guys having me
100%.
on the show.
Absolutely.
Always, always.
So I do got a top 10 list if you guys want to do it tonight. This is the top 10 most extinct reptiles in the wild. So there's some weird ones on here. And if you remember, we did one to where it was like what animals or what reptiles were kept in a zoo that were almost extinct. This is like extinct in the wild. It's a little bit different, and there's some little bit different animals on it. But I mean, some of these animals, I mean, I've heard of, but it's kind of hard. You got to really think about what are the rare animals, like, you know, that you see around, like, or not animals, but reptiles, because they're specifically reptiles.
I mean, are we going back to dinosaur times?
No, we're talking about now. We're talking about right now. What are the most endangered reptiles species in the world? Like the most endangered. And there's a lot of turtles on here. I mean, there's like 4 or 5 turtles.
I got one. I think I got one. But Stan, how are we doing this? How we pick an order?
Stan starts off, like, you know, just go around. We'll go Stan, Brian, Jeff.
I'll go with alligator snapping turtle.
That one's not on here.
Okay.
Let me just check, because there are 2, 3, 4. There's 5 turtles on the top 10 list. So half of them are turtles.
Okay, so
Oh man, Vince.
I'm going to go with the Asian box turtle.
No.
Really?
Yeah, that's not on here.
Okay.
Think weirder. These are weird turtles. Like the turtles that are on here are just freaking weird.
So this is reptiles, right?
Reptiles, yes.
Or is it all animals?
No, it's just reptiles. They're all reptiles. That iguana is not
then a sea turtle.
Terrapin isn't on here.
Here, how about the earless water lizard or water monitor?
No. What did you say, Justin?
I said sea turtle.
Yes, there is a sea turtle on here.
Mike.
It's the giant soft shell sea turtle. It's the Japanese giant soft shell sea turtle. So I'll give it to you. It says sea turtle. So I'll give
Vance said Ninja Turtles are endangered.
There's only 4 in the world ever. All right, Stan.
Oh man.
My hint is the real long-nosed alligator
Well, it's
is
good,
on
Pete.
the list that we talked about the other night. It was on the good one.
A Nile croc?
No, it's not the Nile croc.
It's the one with the long snout. And it's got the fucking
long snout. Like, it's
we call it scissor teeth. Like it's crazy.
Got over 102 teeth in its mouth.
I want to look it up almost because it's a funky name.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on the name. I know what you're talking about, but as far as
it's a real weird name. It's Garial. Garial. Gharial. Gharial.
So it's pretty much like a gar croc then.
Gar croc, yes, more or less. Yes, that's why they have gator guards and shit like that. But yes.
Blue monitor. There's Blue Tree Monitor on the chat over here.
No, there's no monitor. There's some lizards.
There's an iguana over here from Sean.
There's got no iguana. There's 2 snakes. The one snake I don't think you're gonna get, but one snake
What's
I think
good, bro?
Whatever, bro. All right, Brian.
Yeah, see, I'm drawing a blank to tell you the truth.
Okay, I'll give you a hint on one.
There's a turtle
right here. If you cross Miss Piggy with a turtle, you might get this type of turtle.
Talking about the pig-nosed turtle.
Pig-nosed turtle. Yes, it is number 4 on the list.
Okay.
Spotted sea turtle. Spotted yellow sea turtle. Sorry.
What about the Galapagos turtle? The Galapagos
tortoise.
Tortoise.
Gopher tortoise.
No.
Man, they ain't
Um,
endangered. They run around in Florida like they're rabbits down here.
I mean,
bro.
we
What are you
got to
kidding me?
protect it though. We can't.
They're only protected because Florida just doesn't want anybody to have turtle soup.
Right.
Bro, they're all over the
So-
place. Am I lying?
No,
Go out
you're
to
right.
Ocala. Go
Only
out
thing
to
I thought
Ocala.
of,
You
though,
drive
was,
down
like,
the road.
looking
They sit out on the side of the road like soldiers, bro.
Oh yeah, but the only thing I thought of though is like you can't build or anything. So I was like, well, maybe that's the reason why.
Well, you
and I
can
was
build.
like,
You just have to pay someone $1,000 a piece to get them off your property.
Jesus,
Yeah, it's good money.
I'll come move you.
Okay, Justin. If you combined a snake with a turtle, what kind of turtle would you have?
A snake with a turtle. A snake turtle.
A snake neck turtle.
A snake neck turtle. There you go.
They're on
That
there.
Funny,
was-
it's funny you say that. I just seen one
That
on
was number 7.
Instagram today.
A snake neck turtle.
Yep,
Hey, John Woodruff. Thanks for
Yep.
tuning in.
it's true. Actually on Underground Reptiles.
Yeah, I don't know. It's on the list, and I'm just trying to
That's wicked,
get
John.
Jim to
Yeah.
say what's on the list.
That's actually
Oh wow, these restaurants. All right. What's a snake called that can't see? It's on you, Stan.
What was that?
What is a snake called that can't see?
A blind snake?
Yes, a blind snake. It's number 3 on the list.
I mean,
They're in
I
caves
guess
and
we
caverns.
couldn't
and stuff.
be any
Not that they're
more
blind, they
blunt than
see
that, huh?
different.
that's awesome.
Okay, this turtle here, it's on you, Brian. I'm trying to. I don't know if you're going to get it or not, but it's a certain river turtle that grows hair.
What's up, John?
It only is spotted in this one river, and it's this river's named turtle. So it's the blank river turtle, and it's the name of the river. Do you know it?
You got me on that one.
Okay, it's number 2 on the list. It's the Mary River turtle. This turtle is only in that river, in that area where that river goes. It's only in that channel. It's not anywhere else in the world.
Is terrapin turtle on there?
Of course, it had to rhyme with Harry on top of that.
No, that turtle ain't on here. All right. There's one more turtle on here, and Justin, I don't even really know how to explain it to you, but it's got a big head,
It's got a pink head,
a big head,
a
Pause.
big head.
a big head.
Mm.
All right, let's try to get it word by word. Okay, so what was the animated movie called with the giraffe? They were in the zoo and then they went to the wild.
I know
Giraffe.
that.
Well, if you know what it is, say it.
Oh, the Madagascar movie.
Yes, Madagascar was the movie. And then what did I say the turtle had?
A big head. So it was
Okay,
a Madagascar head turtle?
Head turtle.
Madagascar turtle. Yeah, Madagascar turtle.
It's the Madagascar big head.
Alex just opened the doors like Madagascar turtle.
So I think what Nick is talking about here in chat is he's talking about the blue tree monitors.
The
Yeah,
Viagra
there's
turtle.
still I don't know how many days are left, but it was a 240-day temporary ban on blue tree monitors.
That's wicked.
So because they're thinking about putting them on an endangered list. But there's breeders out there, so we'll see what happens. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say there's probably like 100 days left, maybe a little over 100 days left on the temporary. So
Now,
I'll keep my ears open.
Is there still the ban on them for transporting them across state lines? I know
You're not supposed to do anything with them right now.
Okay.
You're not supposed to sell or anything. It's a temporary ban on them right now.
Okay, yeah, because I seen something pop on U.S. Arc's webpage, their newsletter about them, and that I just haven't had a time to fully read the whole article yet.
Yeah, what it was. It's just a 240-day temporary endangered list ban.
Okay.
So I'm sure they're reaching out to breeders and zoos and seeing where their researchers went with it before they make their final judgment. But I'm sure people who have them will get grandfathered in, but we'll see what happens. I'll keep my ears open.
I would hope so. I would
keep
hope
people
so.
posted. Yeah. Well, that's what we hoped before too. And well, everybody knows what happened on a Thursday.
Yeah, very true.
You know what I mean?
So the rest of these, I just don't think I can talk them out with you. So there's 3 left, and we're just going to go over them. Number 10 is the leaf chameleon. I don't know how I would have got that out to you.
That's pretty weird.
Yeah.
Then number 8 was the Chinese croc lizard.
Okay.
What's up,
And
Black
number
Lagoon?
5 was the heel scale snake.
The heel scale snake?
Yep.
Okay, I think I've heard of that one.
Yeah, but would you have guessed it?
No.
Exactly. See, so, but those are the top 10 most endangered reptiles in the world. I don't think any of them's native to America outside of that Mary River turtle.
Ken,
So,
turn Black Lagoon blue.
Oh, Black Lagoon. What up, Black Lagoon?
Turn them blue. Did you turn Mad River blue?
They're in his chat. They're not in my chat.
Oh, okay. All right. Just making sure.
Yeah. All right. So, Brian, now that we got the game out of the way, we got to focus on you a little bit. Why did you decide reptiles? What's up with reptiles? How are you in this? For what reason?
All right. Well, just like almost everybody else's story, started with my daughter wanting a pet snake for a birthday present. I fell in love with them. Kind of went from there. One turned into about 40 now. I think I got actually 43 now. But it was really a way to be able to bond with my family and kind of build something more than what I was doing at the current time. For me, doing the reptiles is not just a business, it's a passion. It's something that I love. It's something that I enjoy doing. I love being out in the community. I love giving back to the community as much as I possibly can. So with that, my goal for Sky High Morphs is not just to be a business and build a foundation for my children. It's also to help educate the younger generation that is coming into this community that might not all have that resource to, because there's a lot of people in my community that don't have resources to, let's say, get that exposure to the reptiles. We do have expos and everything, but they're more low key. They're more not so much spoken about in the our area. So if I can try to get more younger people and educate them and get them more exposure to these reptiles, and that I'm really happy about doing that. If I can also boost up the people around me and other people as well as myself, I'm all for that as well.
Heck yeah, we're all about community here. I mean,
facts.
We talk about it all the time. So, where are you from, and where could people find you at?
All right. I'm located out of Toledo, Ohio. If you want to get a hold of me, you can reach out to me at Sky High Morphs on Instagram or Facebook. I also have a YouTube channel under Sky's the Limit Network, where I am hosting I host one podcast, and we're having a second podcast starting up this Friday, April 4th at 8 p.m. It's going to be called The Big Homies Breakdown. And then I host a podcast on Saturday night at 8 o'clock, known as Sky's the Limit podcast.
Come on.
You know?
Let's go.
What's up, Shauna?
What's up,
Hey,
John?
Shauna, how's it going? one of my favorite parts about this is getting to know the other person. Like interviews can get monotonous, but like
They can.
this is just like one of the favorite things that I like to do. But what is your best Christmas present as a kid? Like we all have that one present where we was just like, yes, like I got exactly what I want when I wanted it. What was that for you?
Oh man, that's a good one. I'm gonna have to think about that for a second. Cause I've had some really good Christmas presents when I was a kid. Um, I think my favorite Christmas present growing up was when I got my BB gun. It was I think it was a Red Ryder pump action BB gun, and that
Did you
and
shoot your eye out?
no, actually, I didn't. I did get in a lot of trouble with that BB gun, though. I'll say that shooting up stuff that I shouldn't have been shooting up. But
You're a kid.
yeah, it was probably my favorite one. It's something I asked for probably years. I mean, I think I asked for that BB gun for 3 years in a row and never got it. So that Christmas, when I did finally get it, it was just blew my mind because I never thought my mom and dad would get me that, but eventually they did, which was awesome. And then, of course, my older brother ended up taking it from me about 5 months later. So
It's like my turn to play with it now.
yeah,
I still have a Red Ryder BB gun back there. I use it to peg squirrels on my nerves that are in the yard because I live out in the woods. So
okay, yeah, and I say when my son turned 12, actually, I got him one for his little Christmas present. Him and that because every kid, I think, especially if you're a boy, I think you should at least own a BB gun at one point in time in your life and experience that joy. You know, under the right supervision, of course, parent supervision, because you let us little boys go out with a BB gun like me, you get in a lot of trouble.
Mhm.
when I was 12, I got a shotgun. I got a 12 gauge. So I mean, we used to just go in the woods and do, but that's what we did. We'd go in the woods and hunt rabbit or hunt bird or anything. I never got in trouble with it. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I don't even know where that gun's at now, but it just it was just like that's what me and my friends were doing that year.
Right.
So they got me a single shot 12 gauge, and
Nice.
we killed any kind of animal that was in the woods around us. I mean,
Yeah, see, with
drag
me
it back a
being
deer one day. We didn't care.
yeah, with
Doing good,
me
son.
being in the city like this, it's a little bit more different. I can't just let them run out into the backyard with the 12 gauge or something.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong, he does have a Winchester 22 Plinkster, and that, something small for him, little long rifle, and that we go
Right.
down to the shooting range and that. But for what he can run around, because I set up a little BB gun shooting range in my garage so he can go out there and practice and everything. And he has a blast. I say that he does have a blast with it.
Heck yeah.
See, my parents didn't think. I mean, they didn't even know if I could shoot a gun or not. They just bought me a 12 gauge. I mean, I was just sensible about it. And there you go have some fun.
Right.
Got me crazy anyway, so if something bad happens, it is what it is.
So
Well, I
here's
got in more trouble with the slingshot because with the slingshot, I could just lean out my window nice and silent and hit, shoot anywhere I want. Nobody knows anything.
here's a question for you, Ken. The first time you shot the 12 gauge, did it knock you on your butt?
Oh, hell no.
No.
I'm a big dude. You know what I mean? I was always pretty, husky, like a pretty big guy.
Okay.
My shoulder took it fine. I didn't even move. And,
With my son, I think because he's about my size, a little bit smaller, so it probably knocked him down on his butt.
I mean, when I was 12 years old, I was probably at least 5'5", 5'6" when I was 12, 5'8".
Oh, you were a big boy when you were a kid.
Well, I'm 6'2", you know what I mean? So I'm a big dude. Like I don't remember exactly, but it don't seem like I grew that much from 12 to 20. I stopped growing at 20. I got
Okay.
That's life.
Right.
What is your favorite childhood memory, like of all?
My favorite childhood memory, would be going to the Grand Canyon with my family. And that one summer we took a trip out to the Grand Canyon. We got to stay in this nice like ski resort kind of deal for a whole week, and that got to see the sights, went hiking with them and everything. It was a blast, and that would probably be my favorite childhood memory. I mean, I don't know if anybody's ever been out to the Grand Canyon, but if you ever do, try to take the most scenic route. Because on the way there, you can stop and see what they call the Painted Desert and the Petrified Forest. So you can hit more than one national, like say, wonder than just the Grand Canyon. And then when you get to the Grand Canyon, if you can try to see it in the dusk or right at dawn, is probably the best part. Is it kind of makes the Grand Canyon look like somebody took a flamethrower and just burnt all the walls. It was beautiful.
That's wicked.
Hey. So, what is the best time you had as an adult? Like, that was what you did when you was a kid. What has been the favorite thing as an adult that you've done?
For an adult, taking my kids and the family, we took a trip up to Colorado, Black Hawk, Colorado, up into the mountains. Got a cabin up in the woods, stayed up there for a week. I'm a real big on nature. I love being out in the woods, outside. So like being out there in Colorado with the kids and having them being able to experience the nature, and where we were actually was right by the Great Divide. So when we walked out our back door, there was like a little hill that went up, and when you stood on the top of the hill, you could see the Great Divide. You got to see all the mountains in the background, and like I said, I'm big on nature, stuff like that. I love it.
Heck
We grew up in the sticks in the woods, so I grew up in nature.
Yes. Oh yeah. Like where you grew up, Ken, that would be my ideal place to live. Like I love being out there in the nature like that.
I love the nature.
Clubhouses we had. I mean, we had a clubhouse in every section of the woods.
Yeah.
We was crafty kids, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and see, for me, I grew up in the city, so I didn't get to see a lot of woods or anything like that. I was always, streets and buildings and cement, concrete buildings and everything. So, when I got to go out to, like I said, the Grand Canyon, or I got to go to and take the family to Colorado.
Kurt's on a roll tonight. If you see me over here laughing,
I'm trying not to lose
this
it.
guy is in the chat's like on a roll tonight.
Oh.
But keep going, Brian. My bad, bud.
Yeah, so being out there in the nature, that's not what I grew up. So that's why I kind of connect myself to the nature and that, because at some point in your life you get tired of looking at cement buildings, and not saying that there ain't some urban scenery that ain't beautiful, because there really is. But for me, nature in itself is just more beautiful than anything that man could create.
Fact. All right. That's 100%. That's 100%. When we go out on the boat and stuff, that's like the best getaway. When you can just go out and just cruise on the water. Even it's like the eating time when the sun's going down, or the morning time when you get out there real early in the water and you get to watch that sun come up on the water, and you're just out there in the middle of the water. It's just that good feeling, that dew coming off the water, everything about it. I love it.
It's so peaceful. It's relaxing. It's actually, if a lot of people haven't tried it, go out into the woods at dusk, or especially dawn. Dawn is my favorite time, when the sun's coming up, the dew's still on the grass in the summertime, and just sit there and listen to the birds waking up, listen to the animals around you, and see how much of pressure and stress is relieved off you during that time. It's almost like Zen.
Yep.
I could go right out my porch and sit in my yard and be in the woods. Like my yard is right off the woods. Like I still have trees in my yard. So in the summertime when the birds are around, I mean, we get Orioles like
Oh,
like the
man.
big woodpeckers, like not your normal woodpeckers, the
Right,
big ones
right.
that like Pickadill or I don't know what the fuck called. It starts with a P. There's the big ones.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Orioles, Blue Jays, Robins, Cardinals. Like we get all kinds of birds here.
Is that where you
And,
saw
It
Sasquatch?
is. I'm gonna have to record that one morning. Just go outside when they're all singing, like because it's like an orchestra. It's just like
It is.
they're everywhere.
It is, and it's so peaceful. Now, don't get me wrong. Some mornings, I bet that it could be a little bit annoying when you've had a late night, worked all day, and they're out there chirping at at 3-4 o'clock in the morning. But for the most part, if you go out there when that sun's coming up and you're already awake, you've had your morning shower, and then you're ready for your morning exercise, you sit there for 15-20 minutes and that out there listening to those birds, it is so peaceful.
Facts. That's one.
Wow, John. I think you need a little bit of nature.
First thing morning coffee turd.
I think John could use some nature. Sure.
Yeah.
So, what is something that you have accomplished that you're proud of?
Honestly, something that I've accomplished that I am proud of. Really, I can't say that I've accomplished anything that I'm really proud of yet. Because my dreams that I'm chasing, I am just now starting to chase. My passion that I'm passionate about, I'm just now starting to follow. A lot of my life, I have let my work and my jobs hold me back from what I'm passionate about doing, which is doing the reptiles and that. So now that I'm in this stage of my life, I'm more passionate and I'm following my passion. I'm not letting that job hold me back. I'm not letting that person in the background saying, hey, you're going to work for me and fulfill my dream. And let's say, heck on yours. And I don't want to cuss or anything because I don't know how your show is. But
Fuck it.
okay, let's say fuck your dreams. I'm not letting that happen no more. So for me right now, what I'm doing now is my biggest accomplishment that I'm proud of is making the Sky's the Limit network, trying to build that into something, build Sky High Morphs into something, build the people around me, with me, into something.
Hell yeah. That's the way to do it.
I say you standing up and saying, like, I'm done fulfilling everyone else's dreams. It's time for me to chase mine. That is quite an accomplishment there in itself. Some people go their full lives and never start chasing their dreams because they're so busy fulfilling other people's.
Yeah,
I learned that very early in life. I do what I want, and I have the most fun wherever I'm at, no matter what I'm doing. I'm going to have fun doing whatever it is I'm doing.
Yes.
And that's just how I live life. I mean, it's not always a good time. It's not always a great time. But you know what? I'm always having an awesome time just because that's how I face things. I don't care what bag of shit you hand me. I'm going to fucking laugh and have fun. So I want to take it and throw it at my neighbor. And it's just how I am. I don't let negativity or negative people affect me. It rolls off me. Now it's taken me a lot of years to get that way. I wish I was this way when I was younger, but yeah, I mean,
yeah,
we all get there. We all learn in life, and
there's so many times I've watched people have such big dreams and such passion for something that I've worked with that job, and that job just sucked the life out of them, where they didn't want to follow their dreams no more. They kind of settled on what they were having and was happy with what they got. Well, for me, like I said, I'm at that point where I'm done sacrificing things for these jobs. I'm done sacrificing my dream for these jobs. It's time for me to fulfill what I want to do. And what I want to do with my life, is do what I'm doing now. Like I said, heck, I was out at Tinley in March and I had a blast doing what I was doing. I plan out going out in Schaumburg. I'm going to have a blast doing that. When I come into my snake room, I am happy.
That's all that matters. I was gonna ask you, Brian, do you have any other reptiles than just ball pythons, or do you just have ball pythons right now? Or
I do have other reptiles. I have one leopard gecko, which is my wife's. I have a couple of sand boas, a couple of horned snakes, and I just got into keeping hog noses.
oh heck yeah, got you a drama queen over there. Then, well, if it's a girl, it's a drama queen. If it's a boy, he's just dramatic.
Oh yeah, she's definitely a drama queen. The hog noses are really they're very funny, especially when it comes to feeding them. I've never seen a snake strike at their meal and not bite it. They actually kind of headbutt it, which is really weird. And my corn snake, and she's only about maybe that big. She ain't too big yet, but she'll hiss at it, strike. You know, and about 5-10 minutes later, you'll see her eating it butt first. And it's like, what are you doing? You know, you headbutted it at least 10 times, and now you're eating it butt first. You know, they're hilarious.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Maybe she likes the taste of the poop in her mouth.
Hey.
And it's always good to have diversity too, than just having just the ball pythons. You kind of get yourself away from that and tend to the other animals and have that diversity of something else being there, which I love that factor, And I don't even touch the tarantulas, which Stan knows I won't touch them, but I'll sit back on the couch and watch my old lady mess with them all day long,
That snake's a little.
And with how they have Tinley set up anymore, if you're just a ball python breeder, your waiting list to get a table is 2-3 years, if that. You might be waiting longer. Where if you have a little bit of diversity on your table, you have other species, you're more likely to get that table faster. So and I'm not saying everybody should go vend Tinley, because that's a very big expo to vend, and that's a very expensive expo to vend, and you can come out really in the hole doing it. But a lot of us breeders, that's what we strive for. That is the Super Bowl of reptile expos. So if you do want to do something, you have to think about, well, is the ball pythons really going to be what's going to sell there? The big answer is yes and no. You're in so much competition at Tinley and a lot of these other expos with ball pythons that sometimes it could be hard to move an animal or two off your table. Where if you have that diversity, that's going to bring other people into your table that might not have been looking at that ball python beforehand, but now they're looking at your geckos or your corn snakes or your sand boas. Now they're glancing over your ball pythons. There might be that chance of them picking one up.
Right. Absolutely.
So
what are you working with ball python wise? You said you had about 40 snakes. What would you say, like your favorite ones are?
Well, like we were talking backstage, I'm a real big sucker for the bright genes, the lavenders, the albinos, stuff like that, rainbows, candies. I'm sure everybody knows I've been trying to hit that 6-gene recessive, and it's a lighter gene, but really my collection's made up mostly of clown, hypo, and I would say pied right now. I have a little bit of G stripe. I have some ultramel. I do have some VPI, a little bit of puzzle, monsoon. So I have other things I can play with. And that, as far as codoms, I have all kinds of like acid confusion and sheep, leopard, pastel, orange dream, and black pastel, blackhead, bongo, bamboo. I do have a bunch of other stuff as well, but my main thing would be probably hypo, clown, and pied. That's in my collection.
Heck yeah.
So, and that's actually one of the pairings I'm going to be excited about doing next year. I got a triple het hypo G stripe clown getting paired to another triple het hypo G stripe clown, hoping for the recessives. But either way, everything 100% het. Well, both on both sides are 100% het. So hopefully I'll hit some visuals, but everything should be 66% that I don't hit.
I did a triple het clutch last year. I got rid of it, but it was holy grail, and I got 2 clown pies out of it. So if you get 2 double recessive animals out of it, like I did, that's a win.
Right. And of course, those would be my holdbacks. And test for whatever I missed on, of course. Then next year, because this year all my females I've done paired up. But next year I'm going to be pairing up a VPI clown boy to my lavender het pied girl, hoping for the quads to go into my project. And then, of course, all holdbacks. And that, which I'm like, some clutches I'm producing for sale. I am kind of like, I did a dinker. She's a normal het clown this year to a blade clown. The person I got them from said the father of the female that I got come from Outback as a dinker. So I'm not sure what's going on with her. I'm just calling her normal, but she is very much more blushed out than a normal. Her head is a lot more blushed out. It's not pastel-ish, but it reminds me like of, let's say, a hypo, how a hypo's head would be blushed out on a normal, just a normal hypo. That's kind of the vibe it's giving me, but she's definitely not hypo. So I'm kind of playing with that. But if anything comes out weird, I'll hold those back. But if anything comes out looking normal, like a normal blade clown, of course they're all going to be for sale.
Heck yeah.
So, if you won the Powerball for $100 million, how far would you take the reptiles?
Oh, $100 million. The whole $100 million is getting spent on the reptiles. The whole bit. And that would go towards new facility is one thing, up in the collection, getting more powerful genetics into the collection, getting some more equipment. So everything would go right back into the business. That's, like I said, I'm following my passion, so it all would go back into it.
Oh yeah. What up, Val?
It's good, Val.
Val.
Now here's the question: what would you do, Ken, with the $100 million?
Invest half of it and live off it. I mean, that's just simple. I would never go broke again. I don't want to, like, I would upgrade some things, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm one person, and my daughters clearly showed they like it, but they don't want to do the work. Okay. So I want to keep my collection small, but deadly. You know what I mean? Like, I want bangers in every drawer. And I would get that there. I would have around 50 snakes. I'd keep it around there. And then I would invest half of it in $100,000 banks where your interest collects about 10 to 15,000 a year. But if you got like 30 million, every 100,000 is collecting you 10,000. You're living off of, damn near $1 million a year, if not more. So now, if I get $1 million, I'm living off of interest, and I'm living a lot better than I live now for the rest of my life.
Now, do you think
kids are gonna, have money and shit? So.
Right. Do you think you would take a portion of that and invest into stock market?
No, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't want to lose money.
Invest in gold.
Have to do anything more
invest in gold
and live off the interest. If you have that much money,
honestly, $50 million. If you can't live the rest of your life on $50 million, you got $100 million. If you can't live the rest of your life on $50 million, unless you want the high life and diamond chains and Maserati or Bugatti sitting up front,
I don't mean diamond grills.
Which I don't think a lot of us, we all have smart-minded people. I don't think any of us are just going to go do that, But I think 50 million, that's a good life, That's a hell of a good life. you know, and you can easily
would
take
blow
that
half
$50
of it
million and go blow it all on reptiles and live the fucking life you want, you know. I have my yacht parked out and I come off my yacht and I'll go to my snake facility and take care of my snakes and I'll go back to my yacht at the end of the day, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just go buy a fucking $50 million yacht and live on it.
You know, you can do that, you know. I don't know. The value of a boat would definitely decrease as soon as you fucking put that bitch out in the ocean, you know. The value you just lost, you know, a good
How long
40%,
does a boat last down there?
I mean, saltwater's a bitch.
Yeah, that's what I mean. How long will that boat last?
I mean, it depends on how well you take care of it. You take care of it. You every time you use it, wash it, rinse it. You know, clean out your motor and all that shit. It'll last you a good bit. You know.
No, I just say if I'm going to park it at a dock, like how long would it be able to sit there at a dock, like not come out the water, just parked in the dock and just chill there, and like how long would it last?
With or without maintenance.
That's
I would do maintenance. I would learn how to do some of the maintenance to it.
With maintenance, that boat can last your lifetime.
A lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what I'm getting.
I've seen some
last
boats
another
at the
30,
docks.
40 years.
I've seen boats that are at docks, and it's like, man, you could tell that boat ain't moved in 20 years, bro.
Right.
I mean, your paint and whatnot's going to fade because you're not buffing it and cleaning it, but other than that, yeah.
It hasn't moved in 20 years.
That motor definitely.
Well, if you're looking to live on something like that, you might as well just buy a houseboat where it's an actual house that's floating.
Houseboat. Cool. I could float around.
Nice.
I mean, you're living on it and you're taking care of it. It's definitely going to live your lifetime, if not more than that. You know, your kids can definitely take it, especially if you're living on it and you're taking care of it. A houseboat, like Stan's saying, it's going to last. It's not, you know. The thing about a boat is break out another 1,000. That's all a boat stands for. And if you don't take care of it, you're going to be opening that wallet and you're going to be spinning to take care of the son of a bitch, you know. I didn't go charge my boat for about 8 months, and it was $1,000 to replace what was it, 8 or 9 batteries on my boat.
That depends how much interest I make that year, Val. If I pay someone to do it or not. I mean, because like I'm telling you, I would live out that interest, and I would be religious about it, and not drop that lower than that original, you know, amount I put in there. Like it's interest only that I'm allowed to spend, so that would all depend on that. I thought about this a lot, and I'm not going broke again. I'm not eating ramen.
You could talk to this guy named Paul Pelosi. He'll show you how to invest your money.
I ain't no one to tell me how to invest my money.
Oh, you'll be rich. Don't worry. You'll be rich.
All right, I got one more question for you.
All right.
But are you familiar with the Marvel movies?
The Marvel movies? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Which one? Right. Which Marvel movies? Which ones?
What would you Thanos? Snap your finger and 50% of them disappear. What would you Thanos?
What would I Thanos? Now, is there consequences to snapping the finger and half of them disappearing? Or is it no consequences and I'm improving the life of everybody?
I can't say that because, I mean, you snapping your fingers and saying taking away 50% of the birds, that might cause something bad to happen. So I really can't answer that answer because I'm no scientist and I don't know what will happen.
Right, then that makes this question easy. I would take away 50% of the human race. Because for this simple fact, the human race is one of the only.
You say that, but you know when you snap your fingers, you have a 50% chance of losing your wife, losing one of your kids.
But at the same time, the human race is one of the only things that we can take off the face of the earth without it causing an effect to the environment. Matter of fact, if anything, it would help the environment. There has not been one thing that the human race has done in the history of mankind that has improved or benefited the earth. So by taking it, we destroy it. So if we took away 50% of the human race, my kids, my wife, myself, and that it can only better the environment and the earth.
I mean, I would narrow it down to like, you know, make sure the people on death row die. You know what I mean? Like, Like,
I mean, you technically can't choose. You just, you can't be like,
That's
hey.
what I'm saying. Yeah, if it's just a snap and half of them were gone, yeah. If I can choose, of course I'm going to choose, the worst of the worst and that. But if I can't choose, yeah, I'm still going to do human race, regardless of the consequences. Because I would think that would be the best outcome for the environment and the human race in general.
I 100% agree with you, but that's pretty brutal. To just be like,
It
yeah,
is.
no thoughts, nothing. Half a human beings gone. So
I would say cockroaches, That's more or less what I was going to say. I don't like them, but they can go. They ain't bother me none. And they'd be the only thing sitting here if we had a nuke. So they can go.
Right. But knowing cockroaches, they would survive this finger snap.
Right.
Somehow them motherfuckers would come back.
Right.
You didn't say which ones. There's 20 different types. And you're like, oh, shit.
Shit, got rid of the wrong ones. Fucking dubia roaches. There goes half. Fucking damn it.
Yeah, I needed those ones. I was talking about the Germans.
You read that? Have old, finely dressed Orville Redenbacher over there talking about boobies. I'm serious. Like, Jamie reminds you of like somebody's grandfather. Like, he has just such that good home look. A good guy. I mean, I hope you don't mind that I'm ripping on him, but then talking about boobies. Boy, my voice is starting to fucking go. I think there's only a couple.
There you go. It's kicking in.
It's cracking.
What'd you say?
I need to go get water. Hold on. My voice is cracking.
So, Brian, how many pairings you got this season?
This season I am doing around 6 pairings myself, and then I have a split clutch that I'm doing with a buddy to help him out. And that's 7 total. Last year I did 5. I don't want to up the pairings too fast, too quickly, as I don't want to overwhelm myself. I know 5 was easily done last year, so I'm up into 7 this year. See how I handle that. My goal is to try to get up to about 20 to 30 pairings a year and see how I can handle that with my small facility, my small space that I'm in now. Yeah. I don't want to be like Billy and do 200 pairings and that, like, wow, that's too much for me and my family to try to take care of. You figure 200 pairings at, even 4 snakes at a pop. Fuck, man, that's 800 parent or snakes, and that, like,
he's definitely got some minions back there that he ain't speaking of that are helping out.
Oh yes,
definitely some minions.
Blue zombie.
We're gonna start wrapping it up. We're about a minute away. Stan, you want to lead us off on it? I mean, I'm sorry just to cut this off like that. My throat's killing me.
No, you're good.
You're good.
I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight because your time is valuable to us. Thank you, Brian, for coming out. Justin, as always. Ken, I always appreciate you. Please support U.S. Art. If you're not a member, please become one today. It's easy. It's free. If you don't want the free one, you want to go to be a bronze member, it's like $40 a year. So
get a t-shirt.
Strength the numbers, man. Strength the numbers. We need more people. The more people we got, the more fight we have to put up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like Ben said, you get a free shirt, and the $40 is worth the free shirt itself.
Yes, sir. 100%. But I do appreciate everybody tonight.
Yeah.
All right, Justin, what you got, homie?
Like I tell everybody, they're just speed bumps in the road. Don't let that shit downfall you. Keep on going. Keep on cruising on through. Work on these projects, and don't give up on shit in life, man. And like Brian said, don't work for the other man and give up your whole life and sit at fucking 80 years old and be like, wow, I wish I would have done this, because there's a lot of things in life that you could experience and enjoy in life, and that isn't something you want to do. I promise you. Don't want to be old regretting it, because you can't do nothing then or turn around about it then. Too late. So And thanks everybody for coming in the chat. And Brian, thank you definitely for coming out, man. It's awesome chatting with you and learning everything, man.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
All right, Brian, you want to give everyone another shout out to your show? Like tell them what days and what nights you're going to be on and where everyone can find you if they need it.
All right. You can find me on Instagram or Facebook under Sky High Morphs. You can find me on YouTube under Sky's the Limit Network every Friday night at 8 o'clock. We are starting a show called The Big Homies Breakdown. Every Saturday night at 8 o'clock, we have the Sky's the Limit podcast. So that will be over on YouTube under Sky's the Limit Network.
All righty. We appreciate you
Check
guys.
them out, guys. Check them out.
And I'll say one more thing before we go.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
With hard work, determination, and positivity, your guys' dreams too can become a reality.
100.
Oh, yeah.
1,000%.
Appreciate you, Brian, for coming on. I mean, chat, you're great. We love you. You already know USR, and just be kind to each other. Don't be a dick.
Yes.
Facts.
We're gonna get the sponsor video playing, and we're gonna roll out into our outro and see if I don't fuck it up tonight. But we love y'all. We appreciate your time. Thanks for watching.